What I'm about to reveal has been hidden for over 3,000 years in the secret chambers of the temple in Jerusalem. A ritual so powerful that the ancient priests performed it only at nightfall, when spiritual forces move between worlds. This is not just another teaching, it is an ancestral shield that protected kings, prophets, and now, thousands of modern families against invisible attacks that destroy homes, steal peace, and break blessings before they even manifest. Over the past 7 years, I have witnessed men on the brink of bankruptcy recover everything. Women terrified by nightmares find absolute peace. Sick children awaken with renewed health. And it all began when they discovered this forgotten nightly ritual. Do you have that feeling that something invisible is blocking your life? That no matter how much you work, pray, strive, there's a spiritual barrier preventing your blessings? That your family is vulnerable to forces you can't even name? Today, that barrier will be broken down. Because what I'm going to share didn't come from modern books or trendy theories. It comes directly from the Torah, the Zohar, the hidden manuscripts of Kabbalah that the rabbis only taught to disciples after decades of preparation. This nightly ritual creates such absolute protection that it's as if a wall of celestial light surrounds your home, your family, your finances, and your destiny, and you'll learn exactly how to activate it tonight. But before I reveal the complete ritual, I need you to answer with total honesty in your heart. What do you fear most that could destroy your family right now? Is it poverty that just won't go away? Is it illness that seems to haunt those you love? Is it the envy of people close to you? Or is it that inexplicable feeling that something bad is always lurking, waiting for the moment to strike? I know. I see it in the eyes of thousands who come to me, and that's precisely why this teaching exists. If you are seeking true protection for your family, subscribe to this channel now and turn on notifications. It's not about numbers. It's about creating a community shielded by ancestral light. Together, we are an unshakable spiritual fortress. Let me take you back 3,000 years to the moment when King David, pursued by visible and invisible enemies, received a revelation from heaven itself that would change the destiny of Israel forever. It was night. David was hiding in a cave surrounded by Saul's army. He didn't have enough soldiers, he didn't have adequate weapons, but he had something his enemies would never have: knowledge of the nocturnal secrets of divine protection. No. Psalm 91, it is written, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." But what few people know is that this psalm was recited by David exactly at midnight, at the moment when, according to the Kabbalah, the celestial gates open and divine mercy descends like a river of light upon those who know how to invoke it. David didn't just pray, he performed the entire nightly ritual, and the next morning his enemies fled without explanation. The swords that were meant to kill him fell to the ground, and he marched victoriously to his throne. This same ritual was practiced by Abraham to protect his family from famine, by Jacob to shield his sons during the journey to Egypt, by Moses before every great miracle. And now, after millennia hidden, it is being revealed to you. In the Torah, the creation of the world begins with these words, "And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day." Do you see the order? Afternoon first, night first. Because the Creator knew that it is in the darkness that seeds germinate, that miracles are formed, that true protection is planted. Rabbinic tradition teaches that there are 1,024 levels of spiritual reality. During the day, only 512 are accessible. But at night, when the sun sets and the soul partially returns to its original state, all 1,024 levels open. This is why nightmares exist. Negative forces try to invade these portals. But it is also why the night ritual is so devastatingly powerful when performed correctly. When you perform this ritual before bed, you are not just praying. You are closing the doors to evil and opening windows to heaven. You are commanding your guardian angels to form a circle of fire around your home. You are activating ancient codes written into the very fabric of creation. The Zohar, the sacred book of Kabbalah, reveals that there are 4 angels who guard humanity during the night: Michael in the south, Gabriel in the north, Uriel in the east, and Raphael in the west. But they do not act alone. They wait to be summoned by the right words, at the right time, by a sincere soul. The nightly ritual I will teach summons these 4 celestial guardians to form an invisible wall, stronger than any metal, around you and all those you love. Michael brings protection against violence. Gabriel brings healing from illness. Uriel brings wisdom against wrong decisions. Raphael brings prosperity against poverty. But here's the secret that few know. These angels only respond when you combine three sacred elements at the same time: the correct Hebrew word, the pure intention of the heart, and the exact time of night. One of these elements is missing, and the portal remains closed. When all three align, heaven moves. There's a reason why children have nightmares, why arguments between couples happen late at night, why illnesses worsen in the early hours of the morning, why destructive thoughts invade our minds when we should be resting. Kabbalah teaches that negative spiritual forces, called klipot, or husks, are most active during three specific nighttime times: midnight, 3 a.m., and just before dawn. At these times, they attempt to plant seeds of fear, doubt, illness, and destruction in vulnerable souls. A family without nighttime protection is like a house without doors. Anything can get in. But when you activate ancestral shielding before bed, you are installing spiritual diamond doors that no negative force can penetrate. And the most powerful part, this protection doesn't just work while you sleep. It creates a force field that remains active for 24 hours, renewing itself each time you repeat the ritual. It's a cumulative shield. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. Now I will reveal the exact ritual. Pay attention to every word, because every detail matters. First, every night, before going to sleep, you will stand for a moment and close your eyes. Visualize your house enveloped in brilliant white light, so intense that no shadow can exist near it. Second, you will recite Psalm 91 in its entirety, either mentally or in a low voice. It doesn't matter if you don't know Hebrew, the translation carries the same spiritual power, as long as you read it with absolute faith. Each verse of this psalm is a sword of light cutting through the invisible chains of evil. Third, after the psalm, you will declare these exact words. By the power of the sacred name, I summon Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael. Form a shield around this house, this family, and all that belongs to us. May no negative force, no spiritual attack, no envy, and no illness cross this portal. May the peace of the Almighty dwell here now and forever. Amen. Room. Before falling asleep completely, visualize each person you love enveloped in golden light. See your children protected, your spouse shielded, your parents safe. The more vivid the mental image, the stronger the protection. Fifth, sleep with the absolute confidence that you are safe. Because you are. When you practice this ritual for 7 consecutive days, something changes in the spiritual atmosphere of your home. People notice. The energy is different, arguments decrease, sleep improves, problems that seemed insurmountable begin to resolve themselves. At 21 days, the protection is so strong that even outsiders can sense it. Individuals who arrive with bad intentions feel uncomfortable and leave. Good opportunities begin to knock on your door. It's as if the universe is conspiring in your favor. At 40 days, you are living under a permanent dome of protection. Your family becomes a sanctuary, your home, a temple, and you, the priest or priestess who keeps the sacred flame burning. This is not empty mysticism. It is ancient spiritual technology, tested for millennia. And now it's yours, the man on the verge of collapse. I met Roberto in Sao Paulo, a 47-year-old businessman on the verge of complete bankruptcy. He had lost 3 important contracts in 6 months. His company was bleeding money. His wife threatened to leave him. And he would wake up every night at 3 a.m., inexplicably panicked, sweating profusely, feeling that something terrible was about to happen. When he came to me, he was broken. I looked into his eyes and saw what many don't see: a systematic spiritual attack. Someone close to him was envious, someone wished for his downfall, and negative forces were using this vulnerability to devastate his life. I taught him the nightly ritual. He was skeptical at first, but he was desperate. On the first night, he slept soundly until dawn. In the first week, a former client returned with a large contract. In the first month, he recovered everything he had lost and more. But the real miracle: on the 40th day of practice, he discovered who was sending negative energy against him. The person confessed, asked for forgiveness, and distanced themselves. The shielding not only protected Roberto, it exposed the hidden enemy and restored his peace. Today, 2 years later, Roberto is richer than he ever was. His family is united, and he never stopped his nightly ritual, because he knows it's his invisible armor. The woman terrified by nightmares. Juliana, from Rio de Janeiro, 34 years old, mother of 2 young children. She had been suffering from horrible nightmares every night for over a year. She dreamed of accidents, deaths, tragedies involving her children. She would wake up screaming, crying, unable to fall back asleep. Doctors prescribed medication. Psychologists tried therapy. Nothing worked. The nightmares continued, becoming more intense, more real, more terrifying. She was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. When she came to me, I immediately recognized the signs: a nocturnal spiritual invasion. Her natural defenses were weak, and negative forces were using her maternal fears as an entry point. I taught her the complete ritual. On the first night, she still had a nightmare, but it was less intense. On the third night, the nightmare stopped completely. In the first week, she was sleeping like she hadn't slept in years, deeply, in peace, restored. But the most incredible thing, her children, who also had occasional nighttime problems, stopped complaining about monsters in their room or shadows on the wall. The mother's protection extended to them. The entire house was cleaned. Juliana told me something I'll never forget. I didn't know it was possible to feel so much peace. It's as if my home has become a piece of heaven on earth. A family in a health crisis. The Silva family, father, mother, and an 8-year-old girl named Sophia. Sophia had a chronic illness that no doctor could diagnose with certainty. She was sick every week. High fevers, unexplained pains, extreme weakness. Her parents spent fortunes on hospitals, alternative treatments, and endless tests. Nothing worked. The mother approached me in despair, tears in her eyes, saying, "My daughter is wasting away, and I don't know what to do anymore." I taught the whole family the nightly ritual, but I asked for something specific, that the three of them, together, before Sophia went to sleep, do a version adapted for children. The parents would visualize their daughter enveloped in healing light. Sophia would visualize angels around her bed. In the first week, Sophia had only one bad day, instead of the usual 5. In the second week, she went 7 days without any symptoms. In the first month, the doctors were baffled. All the tests showed inexplicable improvement. Today, 8 months later, Sophia is completely healthy. She runs, plays, and studies normally. The doctors called it spontaneous remission. But the family knows the truth. The night shield didn't just protect her, it healed her. And you know what else? The father, who was unemployed throughout this crisis, got an excellent job. The mother, who was depressed, regained her joy. The whole family was restored because they understood that spiritual protection is not a luxury, it's a necessity. What if I don't know Hebrew? Does the ritual still work? This is the question I hear most often, and the answer is an absolute yes. The power of the ritual is not in the perfect pronunciation of Hebrew. It lies in the sincere intention of your heart and your unwavering faith in divine protection. When you recite Psalm 91 in Portuguese, Spanish, English, or any other language, the words carry the same original spiritual frequency. Think of it this way. The Creator speaks all languages. He reads your heart, not just your words. If you perform the ritual with genuine faith, truly wanting to protect your family, heaven will respond. Always. I've seen people who have never opened a Torah in their lives achieve powerful results. Why? Because divine protection doesn't require a religious resume. It requires a sincere heart. What if I forget one night? Do I lose all the protection I've built up? No. The shielding doesn't disappear instantly if you forget about it one night. It's like a force field that weakens gradually, not all at once. If you practiced for 20 days and forgot one night, you still have 19 days of accumulated protection working. But don't make it a habit. Consistency is what transforms occasional protection into permanent shielding. Think of the ritual like recharging your cell phone. If you charge it every day, it works perfectly. If you forget one day, it still has battery. But if you forget frequently, it runs out of power. My recommendation: set an alarm on your phone to remind you. Make the ritual part of your nightly routine, like brushing your teeth. The more automatic it becomes, the stronger your protection will be. What if I don't consider myself spiritual enough? Does this work for me? This objection comes from a place of humility, and I respect that. But let me be clear. You don't need to be a saint to practice this ritual. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to want protection. Heaven doesn't demand perfection. It demands sincerity. Even if you've made mistakes, even if you've strayed from spirituality for years, even if you doubt yourself, divine protection is available to you. In fact, often the most spiritual people are the ones who need protection the most because negative forces attack them more. But ordinary people, workers, tired parents, lost young people, all deserve and can access this shield. So stop sabotaging yourself with the excuse of, I'm not good enough. You are. And the ritual will prove it to you. Now I'm going to reveal something that few rabbis teach. The secret to perfect divine timing. There is a specific moment in the night when the ritual becomes 10 times more powerful. It's not midnight. It's not 3 a.m. It's the exact moment when you feel your body begin to naturally relax for sleep. That state between waking and sleeping. Kabbalah calls this Bein Hashmashot, the twilight of consciousness. At this moment, your soul is closest to the spiritual world. Your words have multiplied celestial weight. Your visualizations manifest with supernatural speed. So, here's the ritual upgrade. When you feel that transitional moment, heavy body, mind beginning to drift, take a break. Don't fight sleep. Embrace it. In that state, mentally repeat only this. I am protected. My family is protected. We are shielded by eternal light. Amen. Say it 3 times. And then, allow yourself to fall asleep immediately. This moment of transition is the portal. It's when the angels are closest. It's when your declaration becomes a celestial decree. Practice this for 7 consecutive nights and you will see changes that defy logic. Now comes the challenge that will completely transform your life and the lives of your family. For 30 consecutive days, you will practice the complete nightly ritual. No exceptions, no excuses. Every night before going to sleep, you will close your eyes and visualize your house enveloped in white light. Recite Psalm 91. Summon the 4 guardian angels with the exact words. Visualize each loved one protected in golden light. As you transition into sleep, declare 3 times. I am protected. My family is protected. We are shielded by eternal light. And here's the crucial part of the challenge. You're going to keep a simple diary. Every morning when you wake up, write down 3 things. How did you sleep? If something unusual happened, dreams, peace, insights, any positive change you've noticed in life. At the end of the 30 days, reread your journal. You will be shocked by the transformation, small miracles that you didn't even notice at the time, protections that went unnoticed, blessings that accumulated silently. This challenge isn't about religion. It's about creating a real, tested, proven shield that will protect you and everything you love for years, decades, forever. Do you accept the challenge? Then start today. Not tomorrow. Today. Protection begins now. Final blessing from the Rabbi. And now, as we say goodbye, I want you to close your eyes with me for a moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the presence of ancestral light moving around you at this very moment. Because it is here. It was awakened by the words you just received. I declare over you and your family. May the walls of light that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob built around their families be erected around yours. May the angels who guarded the people of Israel in the desert form an insurmountable line around your house. May all envy be broken. May all sickness be repelled. May all poverty be destroyed. May all darkness flee before the light that now dwells within you. May your sleep be deep and restorative. May your dreams be prophetic and inspiring. May your home be a sanctuary where only good can enter. May you witness with your own eyes the hand of heaven moving in your favor during the next 30 days. May your children be protected from all evil. May your marriage be strengthened. May your finances be blessed. May your health be restored. And that in a year, you look back and realize that everything changed the night you decided to activate the ancestral shield. You are not alone. You never were. And now, you are protected. May the peace of the Almighty be with you and your family forever. Shalom.